Okay. Good afternoon. It's afternoon here in Nigeria. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gloria, and I'm the host for today's webinar. So with me here is Fiona. Hi, Fiona. So today, Fiona is going to be telling us everything we need to know about UCD. She'll be telling us every details we need to know. And if you have any question during the course of this webinar, please kindly drop them in the chat box, and your questions will be answered by one of the rep from UCD. Hi, Fiona, can you hear me?
Hi there, Gloria. I can hear you.
All right, thank you so much. So I'm handing it over to you right now.
Okay, thank you very much, Gloria and Yukti and all of the team from SIUK. Thank you for giving us this platform to connect with applicants in Africa. And it's good to be here today to talk to you all. Our panel today will talk about the University College Dublin Smurfit Graduate Business School located in Dublin in Ireland, and we're going to look at the 5 finance masters courses that we have on offer taught graduate in the Smurfit School. We'll also be touching on the full range of taught graduate programs on offer from Smurfit. We'll be talking about the student and applicant experience, and we'll also be talking about the opportunities for graduates for students at UCD Smurfit Graduate Business School. But before I start my presentation, I'd like to introduce our other panelists today. We have Doris Ndascoy, who is a current student in Smurfit. Doris is studying on our MBA programme. Doris will be followed by Alice Wambui Kuria, who is a current student on the MSc in Business Analytics. And finally, then we'll have a recent graduate, Blessing Ibari, who studied on the MBA in Smurfit. So I will just start screen sharing my presentation now. Okay, I'm hoping that everybody can see that. Okay, so let's make a start then. Just for starters, just as a very brief overview, Dublin and Ireland are known as the Silicon Valley of Europe. Dublin is home to the European headquarters of all the major US tech companies, as well as companies in technology, social media, medtech, pharma, biopharma and finance, including Google, Meta, Microsoft, LinkedIn, Apple, IBM, Pfizer, GSK, and too many others to mention. And all of these companies require an educated, skilled and capable workforce to drive their success. Ireland also has one of the fastest growing economies in Europe, and we are resilient and well positioned for future growth. Okay, so let's have a look at our accreditations in UCD. First of all, we're one of an elite group of schools worldwide to hold the triple crown of accreditations from 3 of the centres of business excellence across Europe, the US, and the UK. In our rankings, our MSc in Finance is ranked 53rd in the world by the Financial Times rankings, and Smurfit School is ranked 24th in the leading European business schools. In the QS World University Rankings, UCD is ranked in the global top 150 for 2025. And again, our MSc in Finance is ranked 48th globally, again by the QS World University Rankings. We're also involved in a range of business school alliances, including SEMS, GNAM, PIM, GBSN, PRME, Unicon, and so on and so forth. And these alliances allow us to connect with other leading business schools and the business community worldwide, offering, the many opportunities to students and our graduates. Okay. Before I proceed any further, I'd just like to give you some top level stats to give you an overview of what we're about here in Smurfit. First of all, let's look at expertise. 86% of employers prefer a candidate with a master's. On average, 96% of our graduates are employed per programme within 6 months of graduation. In terms of salary, 80% of our full-time MBA, for example, graduates were employed within 3 months of graduating and saw their salaries increase by an average of 71% within 3 years. Studying a Smurfit can be career changing. 60% of Smurfit school master's students have a non-business undergraduate degree. So that is interesting for applicants from a broad range of backgrounds, and we can touch a little bit more on that later on as we progress through the discussion. And then looking at connection, the UCD College of Business has a network of over 105,000 alumni globally, and a UCD Smurfit School Masters provides you with an opportunity to connect with this network. Okay, so let's look then at our range of finance courses in Smurfit. There are 5 courses in total. They're all MSc programs. First of all, let's have a look at the MSc in finance. There's a little bit of background noise there. I'm sorry. I'll keep going. So we have the MSc in finance, first of all, and this program is open to graduates from business, economics, finance backgrounds, also to applicants from engineering, maths, physics backgrounds. But just a note to mention about all of our finance programs, it's important that those people who are applying for these programs would need to come from a strong quantitative background with a good grounding in mathematics, for example, or science or engineering or something like that. Okay, second, we have the MSc in aviation finance. This is the only MSc in aviation finance in Europe, and Ireland is a world leader in this area. This course concentrates on merging finance, data and technology, and looks at areas like machine learning, AI, data analytics, blockchain. And we have MSc in financial data science. Sorry, the MSc in financial data science, and this is designed for applicants
Sorry, Fiona. I'm sorry. Hi, Fiona. Sorry to cut you. It's Chiamaka. Please, someone from the SIUK team, can you mute all participants so that Fiona is not hearing the background noises? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chiamaka. There's a little bit of background noise. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. Thank you, Chiamaka. Okay, so I'll keep going. So let's look at the MSc in financial data science, and this is a course that's suitable for applicants who are interested in fintech, banking, credit risk, and all of those areas. The MSc in quantitative finance is very much a quantitative course. It's very strong, for applicants with a good, strong mathematics background, for example, and it deals in areas like, quantitative analysis, risk managing, data scientist, all of those areas. And then finally, we have the MSc in sustainable finance. And this program is designed for applicants who are interested in a career in sustainable development or, getting involved in projects around renewable energy and green initiatives and areas like that. So that is a very quick overview of our 5 finance programs. But just to note that we have 20 plus MSc master's programs in Smurfit School, ranging across subject areas from accounting, finance, human resource management, management information systems and marketing. And we have, of course, also the Smurfit MBA, which is a full-time MBA program. And all of these programs are open to international applicants. Okay, so funding your studies. this is always an area of interest to applicants, and I want to talk for a minute or two about the various scholarships that are on offer for applicants to our courses. And these scholarships include partial scholarships, you know, fee reductions, and various opportunities that are available to applicants. So first of all, UCD offers the Global Excellence Scholarship, and this applications for this scholarship open in December for the 2025 intake. The thing to remember about the Global Excellence Scholarship, and indeed for a lot of the scholarships that are available through UCD and through the UCD Smurfit School, is that you need to have received an offer. You need to have accepted your offer of a place before you can apply for or be considered for a scholarship, either in UCD or in UCD Smurfit School. Okay, so the Global Excellence Scholarship will cover 100% or 50% of tuition fees. There's a range of tuition fee coverage available in the Global Excellence Scholarship. And actually, now that we're talking about Global Excellence, I'd just like to mention that my colleague Chiamaka Fujimba, who is based in the UCD Lagos office, is an alumna of UCD and is also an awardee of the UCD Global Excellence Scholarship. And Chiamaka is here to answer any questions that you might have around admissions, and she will also be your contact on the ground in our Lagos office. And Chiamaka, I'm sure, will be happy to talk a little bit about her experience of being an awardee of the UCD Global Excellence Scholarship as well later on when we get into the discussions. Other scholarships that are available would be, for example, the Government of Ireland Scholarship. That is a scholarship that applicants would apply for separately. It's awarded through the Irish government, not through UCD, but all information that you'd need for that is available online. And then finally, we have a broad range of merit-based partial scholarships that are on offer from the Smurfit School. So one of the biggest offerings that we have in this area is the MSc Academic Excellence Scholarship, which offers reductions of from 25 to 50% in the tuition fee. One thing to make note of is that the Global Excellence Scholarship, for example, is quite competitive. There's a limited number awarded every year, and again, all of the information for all of these scholarships is available either at UCD Global or on the Smurfit website. But towards the end of our discussion, I will be able to share more contact links for you in that regard. Okay, we can also look then at briefly at the Smurfit Careers Network, which is designed to help our students to prepare themselves for the workplace. With we have a CV platform, we have vacancy portals, we have one-on-one appointments, and so on and so forth. The UCD and Smurfit Business Alumni Network has over 107,000 graduates in over 40 international chapters actively involved with our students and our programs around the world. And our UCD Business alumni are a really valuable resource for our students and for our graduates. And we can talk a little bit more about that later if you like. We also have the Global Leadership Programme, which provides student participants with the opportunity to engage in a diverse range of co-curricular activities and events. And really what the Global Leadership Programme, it's an optional programme. Anybody who decides to study in UCD Smurfit, I would strongly recommend you to participate in the Global Leadership Programme. It's a great optional programme to help you again prepare for the workplace and to increase your professionalism and your readiness to participate on the global stage. Other support services are student advisors, supports for international students, health and disability services, business and academic writing, and so on and so forth. And then just to mention again that a wide range of our master's programs are available to non-business applicants, and 60% of our UCD Smurfit School Masters are open to graduates or undergraduates from non-business backgrounds. Okay, so let's look very briefly then at what it's like to study in UCD, to study in Dublin, and to study in Ireland. Okay, so first of all, the UCD Smurfit Business Campus is located in the village of Blackrock, which is a small seaside town, 10 kilometres from the city centre and 3 kilometres from the main UCD Belfield campus. UCD Smurfit campus offers first-class facilities. Sorry, can I just ask if the audience could just mute their microphones, please? Thank you very much. We offer first-class facilities for students to learn, relax and socialise. And one point to note that just over 50% of our students are international. So we have a broad and diverse student base here in UCD Smurfit. And then studying in Dublin and in Ireland, first of all, we're a small island in Western Europe. We're the only English-speaking country in the EU, and we're an outward-looking society. We've always looked outward, and we're very welcoming to applicants from all over the world. Ireland is a very safe place to live and to study. We're in the Global Peace Index, we're ranked number 3. And also then Ireland and Dublin are great locations to live and study. We're on the sea. Dublin is great for outdoor activities like hiking, sailing, any outdoor activities are very easy to participate in Dublin. We're also very strong in terms of culture, in terms of architecture, museums, galleries, live music, and of course our famous friendly pub culture, where it's very easy to meet new people and network. And also we have a very strong gourmet food and coffee scene. Okay, so let's just have a very quick recap on the material that we've covered today. First of all, we're a world-ranked, globally accredited graduate business school. We have an outstanding track record in graduate employability. We have a deep network of industry connections. We have a very strong, active, vibrant global alumni network, and we have a world-renowned and highly qualified faculty. So these are just some contact details in case you'd like to contact us, or in case you'd like to find out more about any of our programs. So the address there is for our website, our admissions email address. You can also talk to one of our students under our admissions chat facility. But just before I finish, before I hand over to Doris, just like to speak very quickly about the applications process. If you're interested in applying for a course in Smurfit Business School. So to submit your application, you'll need to provide your academic transcripts, your CV, you'll need to meet the English language requirements. We'll also ask for references, and there is an application fee of €60, and then you can fully complete and submit your application. And one more thing to note before we finish today is the 2-year stay-back visa, which is a facility that's available to all graduates from the Smurfit School and across Ireland, whereby the graduate can apply to work and live in Ireland for 2 years after graduation. So on that, I'll sign off and I'll pass over to Doris. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fiona. Can I just share my screen? I just sent a request to share my screen with the presenter.
Doris, on the bottom of your screen, there's a share option, and if you press that,
yeah, it says that the host isn't allowing multiple presenter sharing.
Gloria, can you help us here? Gloria, Doris is hoping to screen share. Can you help her with that, please?
Yeah. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Doris Ndaskoi. I am from Tanzania and I'm currently an MBA candidate at the UCD Smurfit Business School. I've been lucky enough to receive the African Leadership UCD Smurfit MBA scholarship. So I started my application process at around March this year, where I was able to receive an offer at around mid-April. So I started my visa process in early July, and I delayed my process because I had to do the GMAT exam, which is required by the MBA program. So I was able to finish my GMAT exam, and after receiving everything that I needed, that's when I was able to apply for my visa process. So the visa process took me about 8 weeks, and I was able to receive my visa and arrived in Ireland in September. So the scholarship that I received, which is the African Leadership Scholarship, has been very beneficial for me because it's eased my transition in studying in Ireland, and I've been able to receive a lot of networking opportunities with different leaders in the African environment here in Ireland, as well as my fellow scholarship awardees in different departments, I can say, and my classmates as well, who have also received different types of scholarship opportunities as well. And I've been exposed to different business environments, opportunities, which have enabled me to learn a lot in my leadership growth. So my career plans after graduation, we just heard from Fiona that UCD offers a 2 years visa, stay back visa. And I'm really glad about this because I'll be able to stay back. My plan is to actually stay back and work so that I can receive an experience of getting to work here in Europe, because it's a very good opportunity, I can say. So I aspire to do stay here, and I've developed an interest in different roles such as the sustainability, real estate, and international development. So I'll be glad to stay here and work in different companies that offer these opportunities. And okay, my experience moving from Tanzania to Dublin was really not that hard for me, I can say, because the immigration process at the airport wasn't as complicated, and I was able to stay with my friend for some few days before actually getting accommodation. And I'd really love to talk about this because okay, while preparing for my visa process or working on my visa process, I feel like that's the time that you guys need to like also prepare for your accommodation process as well, because I was not able to do this, which made it hard for me to get accommodation on campus. And so when I arrived in Ireland, I had to look for my accommodation on my own. I can say that housing here in Ireland is a bit complicated, but then I had some classmates in class who are able to help me during the time that I was staying with my friend, because I created a notice amongst my classmates telling them that I was looking for accommodation. So I was lucky enough to receive a notice from one of my classmates who sent me a picture from one of the boards around the university campus. So an Irish family had offered a vacancy. So I was able to call the family and they responded back. So I was able to stay with them. I'm sorry, I was able to get an opportunity to stay with them. And this is where I am right now, staying with an Irish family. The families here are really nice and the people are really friendly. So I guess that's another opportunity for you guys to explore. There are different opportunities when it comes to accommodation. There's an on-campus accommodation and off-campus accommodation where you have an opportunity to stay with different Irish families, or some landlords that just offer accommodation without them staying in the apartments or accommodation. So we as students receive an opportunity to work part-time, where you have to go through a PPSN number process. A PPSN number is a personal public service number, which enables you to work part-time here in Ireland. So we as students receive up to 20 hours a week to work part-time. There are different job opportunities that you can get. You can either work in supermarkets, in nursing homes, or different places that you would love to explore. Maybe clothing stores like Primark, maybe Zara. So you just have to go and apply to these places, but you need this PPSN number for you to be able to get paid. Yeah, so that's all I'll have to offer. I'll have to hand over to Alice for presentation. Thank you.
Hello, so my name is Alison Wamboi Kuria. I am a business analytics student and I started in September. So a little bit about my background is I was studying in Kenya in Strathmore University, and I was doing my bachelor in business information and technology. So I graduated with a 2.1. So when I was looking for my master's program, I was looking for a program that combined strong academics with like a global perspective, like a country that's really good globally. And as Fiona said, Ireland is really good in the EU. It's the only English speaking country. So it was a really good choice for me to come to Ireland, and more so UCD because of the global perspective. So why UCD Smurfit? For anyone who's interested in studying finance or analytics or even the MBA or any of the economic programs, UCD has a really good reputation. As Fiona said, it has the Triple Crown accreditation. It's really good because not a lot of universities have that accreditation. So it really reflects the high standards of education. For me, Smurfit was the best choice because of its international reach and close ties with the job market. They give us case studies from many companies, and we get a chance to have many career fairs where we are put in touch with a lot of the major companies like Facebook, AIB. It's really good. So for my application process, it wasn't different from Doris. I got my acceptance in February. After applying, I applied in December. Yeah, so it wasn't a long application time, but I just advise you to be a bit patient. So preparing my documents took time. From the acceptance to the visa application. I'd advise you guys to have your documents in line really early. So I got all my documentation in order. Then I applied for my visa. My visa took a bit of a long time to get the appointment date. So I'd advise you to apply as soon as possible. As soon as you get your acceptance, get your affairs in order and apply for your visa as soon as possible, so that you don't get a late visa and then you'll have to be deferred the next year. So I really recommend keeping an eye on deadlines. So for my visa process, yeah, it wasn't bad, but moving to Dublin and finding accommodation. So as soon as I got my acceptance letter, I started looking for accommodation. At the time I was looking in April, all the accommodation was booked because people are there over summer, over spring. So all the accommodation was fully booked. So I had to look through UCD accommodation pad to get a host family, and there's where I'm staying now. The families here are really nice, and the families are very accepting. So I'd advise you to start looking for accommodation as soon as possible, but there are a lot of host families that are open to accepting you. So accommodation won't be really much of a challenge if you start early. So my life as a student at Smurfit, it has been really nice, and it's been nicer than my undergraduate because UCD is really good in terms of reading facilities. It's excellent. The library is wonderful. There are a lot of reading spaces. It's really wonderful. And as for the lecturers in our classes, I'd say they're one of the best lecturers. I have never felt so supported doing a course. The lecturers are really, really friendly. They'll send emails to their students after every week, recapping what we learned. The attention to detail has been so wonderful. And anytime I have a problem, I can just email a lecturer and they'll respond within 1 to 2 days, it's new for me, but the lecturers are really, really attentive. And they provide us with so much reading material. So you feel really supported at every step of the way. Even though you're doing your work alone, you're always supported fully. The lecturers are so nice. And beyond academics, Smurfit offers a rich social experience. I have attended so many Smurfit networking events that have enabled me to be in touch with recruiters. They have enabled me to make friends all over the school because the career events are so many, and also the networking events where we just go have coffee, have tea, have cookies. It's really been pleasant, and it's really enabled me to meet more people. Right now, I have so many friends because of all these career events that we've been attending and also the social events. As an African student, I am also in the UCD Society of Africa, which is really good. It provides us with a lot of networking events that I have been attending. I attended one recently in Thursday, and it was really good. I got to meet a lot of Africans in the career space, which was good. So I got in touch with a lot of them. So I'd advise you to really take advantage of all the networking events that are provided by UCD. It will really make a difference, and it will make your job search really, really easy because you'll already have the networking from the people you meet at this event. So make sure to attend as many as you possibly can. As Doris said, the opportunities for part-time work are many. All you need to do is just get your PPSN number and you can work anywhere in Domino's, McDonald's. It's really easy. You work for 20 hours, 20 hours, but during your holiday, you can work 40-hour work weeks, which is good. My career plans are to take advantage of the 1G visa. So I am going to stay back the 2 years to work in a graduate program. And hopefully after that, I will be able to be permanently employed. That's my plan. And my closing encouragement for anyone who's considering coming, you could really look into the finance programs. As Fiona said, the finance programs are really, really good. I have a lot of friends who are doing the finance programs. And the Triple Crown is also really good. So my final advice is start early on your applications, start early on your visa, and look for accommodation as soon as possible. And when you get to UCD, take advantage of all the resources that are provided to you. Thank you. I now want to hand it over to Blessing.
Thank you, Alison. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Blessing, and I am an information security professional here in Ireland. I'm always excited for an opportunity to speak about UCD, particularly about the Smurfit program, as I'm an alumni. I was in the MBA program between 2022 and 2023, and it was such a great and positive experience. Prior to Smurfit, I worked as a compliance officer in the anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism unit. And I had about 5.5 years of experience. My bachelor's degree was in animal and environmental biology, so non-business background. And then, excuse me, after 5.5 years working, I wanted to upskill, improve my chances, my certification, my work experience, just wanted to climb up the ladder. And speaking with some of my mentors at the time, I realized that a lot of them had MBAs and that it facilitated their professional aspirations. So I decided I was going to get an MBA. In searching for the MBA to go for, I was very particular about global rankings, the strength of the brand of the school. And then I was looking into an MBA that's a school basically that embraced cultural diversity since I was coming from Nigeria. And then finally, it was very important that it was in an English-speaking country since in Nigeria, English is what we speak generally, even though we have our own numerous languages. English is the blending the language everyone speaks. So it was very important that it was English speaking. And then I needed scholarship options to be able to finance UCD MBA. Ticked all of those boxes. So I sent in my application, and similar to the first two speakers, my application took about 3 to 4 weeks. My visa application process also took about 6 weeks, and I was settled in and ready to go. While on the MBA program, I gained a lot more than I had anticipated. Remember, I just wanted an MBA to allow me, propel me in my professional pursuits. But while on the UCD MBA program, I learned a lot. So first of all, networking. UCD is very, very particular. They pay attention to networking skills, being able to, it's very important that you network, especially here in Ireland. It's very important part of business, and UCD equips you to be able to do that. So we had lots of networking events with UCD alumni, with professional organizations. I also remember some consulting firms even coming to speak with us, and we being hosted at their head offices for some networking events, getting to know the organizations, getting to know the companies and what they do. And it was fantastic. It was brilliant. Smurfit itself also has a very strong alumni network, which I have found to be very helpful post the MBA. Literally everywhere you turn, there's a Smurfit alumni who is ready to help you if you just ask. Where I currently work, my direct supervisor, my CEO, a lot of people in the leadership team are Smurfit alumni. So it's always a nice network of Smurfit alumni who have the same shared experience, and it's always something nice to talk about. Um, Moving on to post the MBA, I graduated September 2023, and I was able to get my role where I currently work by November, December. I got my information security role. The MBA has essentially allowed me to do a triple jump. I have been able to change my function, I've been able to change my geography, and I've been able to change my industry. So back in Nigeria, I was working anti-money laundering, and with the MBA was able to showcase my leadership skills. The MBA also helped me to be able to currently communicate my transferable skills, and I was able to land in a job that I could only dream of initially, which is in information security. And all of the soft skills and all of the things we learned on the MBA program has come in handy in terms of communication, in terms of cultural diversity and inclusion, in terms of networking, leadership. All of those things have come to play in my current role, and I have found it to be an excellent value add for me. So I'm currently utilizing the stay back visa, and it has provided me the opportunity to work for a fantastic company, and we're looking into getting me sponsored after the expiration of the postgraduate visa. So UCD has been such an excellent and positive experience for me. And I always, whenever I have the opportunity to speak with people who want to know what is it like to school at UCD, I always encourage that it's absolutely worth the work, the attention, the time, the resources is absolutely worth it. You want to have the Smurfit experience. You absolutely want to have the Smurfit experience. And I definitely recommend it to anyone and everyone. Thank you.
So thank you so much to Doris, Alison, and Blessing. It's been really interesting to hear about your applicant and student experience and your plans for your career after graduation. And indeed, Blessing, it's very impressive to hear how you've been progressing your career since you graduated from UCD Smurfit. Gloria, I'm not sure if you have some questions for us, but I did spot one or two in the chat. So perhaps I'll address those for starters. And then if there are any other questions, you can let me know. One of the earlier questions was around employability and opportunities for graduates after they graduate from UCD Smurfit. And as an average statistic, we have a 96% employability rate within 6 months as an average across all of our courses. And if you're interested in drilling into the types of careers that are available to students and indeed graduates from our courses, you can go to the program pages of all of our courses, and you can find out about the potential careers across those 20 plus MSc courses that I talked about earlier. I think there was another question around the English language requirement. So in general, we have an English requirement for applicants who haven't completed their secondary school or undergraduate education in Ireland. So we look for proof of the equivalent from all of our applicants. And just as a shorthand indication, we'll say for the IELTS, we're looking for an overall score of 7 with a minimum of 6.5 in every section. We also accept Duolingo and all of the other standard English language certifications as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Fiona. Thank you to all the speakers. That was quite an insightful session. Hi, everyone. Please, if you have any questions, if you want to ask Fiona or any of the speakers questions, can you please drop them in the chat box, and I'll be reading out to Fiona to answer.
Maybe while we have a little bit of free time right now, I wonder if Chimaka is still with us. Chimaka, would you like to speak a little bit about your experience as an awardee of a UCD Global Excellence Scholarship at all? I'm not sure if Chimaka is still with us.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Oh, no, I'm here.
Hi, Chimaka.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Fiona. Good afternoon. I'm currently at a fair, so I'll just try to see if I can turn on my video so you can see my face. Okay, yeah, it's working. Hi, everybody. While we're waiting for questions, thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, Alison. And thank you, Mr. Blessing, as well, for sharing your story. For my end, I didn't study in the Smurfit school, but I'll just give us a general overview of studying in UCD, studying in Ireland as a whole. I was an awardee of the 100% Global Excellence Scholarship, which was amazing for me at the time. I did come in during the COVID year, but nonetheless, it was still a very insightful time for me. Getting to know my lecturers, getting to know people and meet people from other parts of the country was also very, very good. Like everyone mentioned, in terms of networking, because I know I saw a question about are there opportunities post degree. I think it all boils down to your your networking skills. I think UCD does a great job in ensuring that you are exposed to these industry experts, either through internship or career fairs on campus, or even doing like the optional career module. I think is also very, very key for you to engage in all of these things. No one is going to place a job on your lap. You need to do your own part and ensure that you put yourself out there. In terms of job opportunities outside, after your degree, it's very important to note that Ireland is referred to as the fastest growing economy in the European Union rather. And so what that means is that industry experts, the big firm companies from pharmaceuticals, medical devices, business, IT, they are in Ireland. So if these companies are there and the economy is growing, it only shows that there are opportunities for you to work after your program. And as Fiona mentioned, 96% employment rate is mind-blowing. So the opportunity is there, the resources are there. We provide you with everything you need from start to finish. And so I think it's just for you to put yourself out there, which is also what I did. I put myself out there, I got a good job, and then I came back and I'm now working with UCD. So that's about my story, and more than happy to answer any other questions that you all might have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chiamaka. There have been a few more questions posted into the chat box, and I think the first one was about the required documents for applicants. So there's a range of documents that it would be good for you to prepare in advance of your application. The most important documents for starters are your university transcripts. If you're still studying, if you're still on your undergraduate program, your transcripts to date will be required. And if you're a graduate, if you graduated, this year or last year or whatever, we'll need your full university transcripts and your university certificate. That is the most important thing. We'll also need proof of your English language achievement. And then after that, we'll be looking at things like your CV. We will be looking at things like academic and professional references. We'll be looking at your personal statement, so that will give you an opportunity to explain why it is that you're interested in applying for that program. So if you go to our website and you'll be able to look at all of these details in much more detail than we can cover here today, but just very, very briefly, your transcripts and your ELR are probably the key documents, but I would strongly advise you to submit all of the other documents that I've just touched off here. And again, go to our website and you'll be able to find more detail there. Okay, and there are questions here about scholarships. There are scholarships available, as we mentioned. Scholarships like the UCD Global Excellence scholarships are extremely competitive. There's a limited number of those scholarships available. And also, as I said, there are a number of Smurfit MSc Academic Excellence scholarships available as well. And they are awarded to applicants who have already accepted their place. There won't be a scholarship available to everybody, but we will certainly do our best to help students in terms of partial scholarships and fee reductions. But again, as I said, something like that won't be available to all applicants. Let's see if there's anything else, Gloria, that needs to be covered. I think that
Okay,
covers it.
so no, you don't have more questions. Okay, so I just want to say, I just want to quickly chip in that this is not a
Question. Sorry,
fully,
Gloria.
okay.
Yeah, sorry. There's a question about if UCD accepts HND graduates. The answer is no, we don't accept HND. It has to be a bachelor's program. Just wanted to point that out.
Someone's asking, can undergraduates apply for an MBA? I don't know if it's my last one.
Yes, an undergraduate can apply for an MBA, but in general, our advice is that the graduate will build up a few years' experience in an organisation, tied to their undergraduate degree, for example, before they apply for the MBA. Ideally, you would be better off to have 3 to 6 years work experience in a large organisation in order for you to be able to get the most that you can possibly get from your MBA experience.
All right, please, if you still have, I think we have some very few minutes remaining. So if you still have more questions for Fiona or the team, please kindly drop them in the chat. Okay, so somebody asked, do you waive the English requirements, English language requirements for people that have their BSc in English?
Yes, there can be an ELO requirement waiver for people who have completed their BSc in English. In general, we take that, on a case-by-case basis, but there is a standard ELO requirement for all applicants.
All right, so thank you so much, Fiona. Thank you, Chiamaka. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you, Alison. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Elena. I think I'm Elena. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. That was quite insightful. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. If you still more clarification on this, on anything about UCD, if you want to proceed with your applications, you can always reach out to SIUK and we'll always be here to lead you along the way. We are always here to guide you through everything. You don't have anything to worry about. We'll help you run through your documents, make sure everything is in the right order, and you are not paying for our services. Our services are totally free. So if you still want more clarification, or if you want to go ahead and process with your admissions, please reach out to SIUK team. Thank you so much, Fiona, for this session.
Thank you, Gloria, and the team.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Have a great day ahead. Bye.